Happy day, everyone. I'm Srinidhi from Mumbai Vaishnav College. I have done this research under guidance of Dr. Muthulakshmi. My research is based on understanding the symbiosis of sleep and steps. So I have taken this data set from Kaggle, this created through a survey distributed via Amazon Mechanical Turk during the period of March 12, 2016 to May 12, 2016. They selected 30 eligible Fitbit users who volunteered themselves to provide their personal data. This data included minute level information on physical activity, heart rate, and sleep monitoring. So, the main objective of this research is to analyze the correlation between the daily steps taken and its influence of quality of sleep with the aim of investigating the relationship in unbiased and data-driven manner. So I have my data set contains two tables. First is the daily activity table and the sleep day table. These are the information about the both the tables. So these are the attributes used in my overall data set. This data set includes user-specific identifiers and daily activity information, such as the date, the total number of steps taken, and the distances covered. It further breaks down the distances into categories like distances recorded by fitness trackers and the distance manually logged by the users, that is the logged activity distance. Additionally, it provides details on the distance covering depending on the intensities of the activity, like very active distance, moderately active distance. It provides data. It also provides data and distances covered during the light active and sedentary activities. Additionally, it records the total number of minutes spent in very active and fairly active and lightly active and sedentary activities. Furthermore, it includes total calories burned on each day. So this part of the data set contains the information related to sleep. So then I have checked the null values for both my data set, and it has no null values. So I have tried to convert the date and time format because in my data set, activity date originally it was an object data type. So I converted it to date and time format. I did the same for the sleep data set. I checked the outliers for the daily activities data set, and as we can see, I have got many outliers. After removing the outliers, this is my output. I have done the same for the sleep day data set. Similarly, I have removed the outliers for that also. I have renamed the sleep date into activity date. In the original data set, there was a column called sleep date, which I renamed into activity date so that I can easily merge both of them into a single data set, which will be helpful in my analysis. So this is the data set after merging both of them. This is the shape of my merged data set. It has 376 rows and 19 columns. This is the summary statistics of my data set. From this, we can interpret the mean, median, and standard deviation, min, max of each category. First category is 500, 5,000, where the mean is 4,466, where the median is 446, and standard deviation is 81, with minimum 235 and maximum 681. So then I have analyzed which days has maximum steps in a week. We can interpret the Saturdays, Tuesday, and Monday have maximum steps in the week. And I have also tried to interpret on which day the user sleeps more. We can interpret that Sunday the user sleeps more, and Tuesday is the day where the user sleeps less. Then I have done average sleep statistics. From this analysis, we can find that the user spends 91% of the time in bed. I have implemented regression. Through this regression, we can find that effect of sleep is relatively weak on the sleep duration. Next is I have implemented K-means clustering. I have grouped it into 3 clusterings. So cluster 1 will have many steps and low minutes of sleep, and cluster 2 has even more higher number of steps with much lesser steps than the cluster 0. And cluster 2 has relatively lesser total number of steps than cluster 1. And it has a moderate number of total minutes of sleep. So from this interpretation, we can make personalized recommendations. We can use it for target marketing, etc. Then I have implemented hierarchical clustering. I have even divided this into 3 clusters. Cluster 0 is moderately active with moderate sleep. Cluster 1 is similarly active and gets slightly more. Cluster 2 is slightly more active and is slightly more sleep than other clusters. So I have also implemented ARIMA model, and they have found that the forecasted values fits well for my ARIMA model, and these are the forecasted steps. I've used PS0, DS8, and QS2 for my model. I have done the same thing to forecast the total minutes the user sleeps, and this is my forecasted values. So with this approach of regression clustering and time series, we can get a holistic understanding of Fitbit data, which can improve the user's health and wellness. We can user can be provided with tailored recommendations by tracking the trends. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.